Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, Ron's Keto Cafe, and I'm Ron. If you're new, welcome. If you're a returning member, welcome back. If you're a new member, could you please share, like, and smash the subscribe button. And for all your returning members, thank you so much for following me along with my incredible weight loss journey of losing more than 100 pounds over the last 4.5 years doing low-carb weight loss, basically the ketogenic lifestyle. Welcome to week 14, and waiting is the hardest thing to do. Boy, do I truly mean that. So over the last 4.5 years, I lost a total of 167 pounds, gained back a significant amount of weight. Now I'm trying to get that extra weight off again. So I weighed myself this morning on week 14. I weighed 270 pounds. I'm okay with that because I didn't gain any weight for the last 2 or 3 weeks, but I hadn't lost any weight either. And so to help us get ourselves back on track, I bought some more keto products, which I've been kind of like out of, and the stuff that I did have on hand, I didn't know how long I had it for. So I'm totally emptying out my pantry, and I'm going to be stocking it with keto products. And I'm going to show you some of the keto products that I bought. So hang on for a second. Now I bought some, the first thing I bought actually was almond flour, and I bought a big 2-pound thing of almond flour from the Great Value brand from Walmart. I'll see if I can put a photograph in above the timeline. But it could be any almond flour, but I like the Great Value brand because you get a lot for your value with it. And it's pretty good. And then I bought some coconut flour. I was looking for the Walmart brand, but I couldn't find it this week. So I ended up at the regular grocery store. I ended up buying the Bob's almond flour, you know, the kind in the brown bag. And I saw they had some xanthan gum. I'm going to pick up another thing of that this week and try that again. And also for the sugars that I bought, I'm going to completely empty those out and clean up my containers. And I'm going to do those in a dishwasher. And when I show you what I bought, I'm going to take those and put those in, and I'll put these in a Ziploc bag to keep them really fresh. So the first thing I bought was, now they changed the packaging over the years, and these are great for keto, by the way. So don't be intimidated just because they're marked sugar. They are keto product, and if you feel that way about it, then, you know, I don't know what to tell you. Because I did have one comment, she said, oh, that's not keto because you're using sugar. I'm using this kind of sugar for my products, and when I was very successful losing my weight. So the first thing I wanted to show you was a confectionate powdered swerve, and this kind right here. And I'll show you the macros on the back if I can get it nice and clear in my camera angle here. The macros are very, very good and very, very clean. You always want to look for a nice clean product. The Swerve is a great company, by the way. I can find these at Walmart sometimes, and I can find them at the grocery stores, but I ended up getting these off of Amazon, and I'm sure that the company that makes that has a website. If I can find that link, I'll show it in the show more. But that's one. The other one is a granular Swerve. Now you got options where you could get monk fruit, stevia, and all these, but I like this particular brand. It's in a brown package, light brown package, it's plant-based, it's keto-friendly. It measures like sugar, and again, I'll show the back of it. I got my other package here. I'll show you that one in a minute. This is the second one with the macros and everything. You can see how nice and clean they are. Okay, these are great for making desserts and stuff like that. And the other one that I'm going to show you again, a nice clean image of the back of it. Okay. This is the confectionate 0-calorie sweetener. Okay, so it's a powdered swerve, like if you put it on cupcakes and stuff like that you want to make. Okay, and the brown sugar. Now the brown sugar, I used to buy the Domino's brown sugar, but probably if I only used a little bit around the holidays, this stuff cakes up like hot as rock. And this stuff doesn't. But this is the brown confectionate Swerve that I use. Okay, these are great for making like chocolate chip cookies and stuff like that, which we have on our channel. We're gonna go back to making some of those at some point. Okay, here's the macros. And again, I hope this encourages you. Now those are the kind of like a regular average size package. They got bigger size packages you can buy. Most of my product I get off of Amazon. I love Amazon, and I don't usually have any problems with them. I did order like 2 shirts the other day, and I got them in. They were too small, and I sent them back. It took over 2 weeks to get the cash back. but it was only because it went through a different vendor than the normal Amazon purchase. But I still got my money back, and they were fine. And I had to go bring my stuff down to Staples now because Kohl's is not taking any more Amazon returns, which is sad, really. But it is what it is. But you know, my encouragement to you guys is not to give up. And you know, we got a holiday coming up, Easter coming up, and I'm planning on having my ham and some carbs with the potato and that. But I go right back on the weight loss the very next day. It is that simple. My sister's coming over, and we're going to have a good meal. We're going to have a good time and continue on with the journey. And, you know, losing weight is a journey, really, guys. When you think about it, it takes a lot of hard work and effort to keep you guys motivated and keep me encouraged and myself on track. I'm on track to lose around 40 pounds by July. You get my weight down to around 220, and I want to stay there at that particular weight. I did have my weight down to 200 a couple of times during the course of my journey, but I had a wrinkled face, and I didn't look right. People were questioning whether or not I had cancer and I was sick or something like that, because they're so used to seeing me at my current weight or bigger. And I goes, no, I'm just losing weight, and you know, I wanted, and I didn't like it like that weight, but. When I get down to 220, I was in a size extra large, and I kind of really like that size, and I want to go back to being down to that size again because it gives me more clothes options. These newer shirts that I've been wearing, I picked up 8 of these the other day at Walmart, and I really like these. They fit me good. I'm currently in a 2X on these. I went up to a 3X on a couple of them. I returned them because they were just too big, which they never thought I'd see that. But, you know, I'm very encouraged how things are going with me and with the wife and everything. She's still dealing with her issues. I'm still dealing with some little issues. The only big issue I'm concerned about is my rent going up because I am working now. I did work Sunday. I did 8 hours because we had inventory on Sunday. So it was everybody, all hands on deck that were available. And so I got home Sunday night and I watched TV for a little while. Next thing I know, I woke up and it was 6:30 this morning. So I slept really solid last night, and she's only got me scheduled in for one other day this week, and I can work extra hours anytime I want. But the idea is I kind of, this is just to pick up stuff like this that I need to get and all that. Now my freezer meat, I'm half stocked full of meat again. What I typically do now is when I go grocery shopping, even if I don't need it, if I have it, I'll buy it anyways, just to stay ahead on food. And I got half a stock of meat supplies. I still got to get some other oddball meats that Donna and I eat. And I'm planning on doing a whole week of chicken recipes, a whole week of ground beef recipes, you know, and that sort of thing. Typically in the morning, I always have the same every morning. I have 6 eggs. I have 6 sausages. And I have 3 eggs in the morning, and then I either have them over easy or I have them scrambled with a little bit of salt and pepper, a little bit of butter, olive oil, and then sometimes I put a little bit of cheese and pepper, onion over the top of it. But and I keep the carbs down. That typically runs me about 10 carbs in the morning along with my coffee, and then that sort of thing. And then I figure out what I want to eat over the course of the day, and then what was going on. I'm working all these oddball hours, but it's totally messing up my system. In the early days of 2020, I was losing a lot of weight, but in the early days of 2020, I had a lot of time on my hands to figure it out. And I was looking back at some of my older videos on how I approached my particular weight loss and the good weeks that I was having. I did a lot of egg fasting and all that stuff like that. I want to just concentrate on the calories and the carbs and keeping them down to 30 or less, because with me that's around 27 carbs I can have. And I was fasting in the morning. I was eating at around 11, but sometimes I go in the morning at 9. So if I fast in the morning, then I'm not going to be eating until like about 1, 2 in the afternoon, and that really messes me up. So I've tried to keep my meals down to like 1 or 2 meals a day. And what I got going on is I bought a planner for a meal planner. I'm going to schedule out my meals according to what I want to make for the entire week. So in other words, there'll be 1 whole week of chicken, 1 whole week of fish, 1 whole week of pork. And then we'll figure out what each macros comes up to, which is basically the calories and the carbs. And at the end of the week, we'll have a running total of everything. And so we'll see how successful I am that way. So like if I'm working like 4 to 10 shifts. Usually I go in at 5 and work to 9:45. I'll have my macros already figured out in for that particular day. That's what we got planned going on forward. So hope you continue to support Ron's Keto Cafe. Now, Donna didn't win Friday night again at bingo as usual, and she had another outstanding crowd. It was the last bingo before the Easter. I'm not working this Sunday. She's got, everybody takes that particular day off, which is good. I kind of really need it. That's probably about it. So just be watching for some of those recipes. I'll keep you informed about how we're doing on the weight and everything. And, I'll probably see if I can get 1 or 2 recipes up this week for you guys. And be that as said, hope you have an amazing Easter. Remember, I love you. God loves you. Have an amazing day. And again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. We'll see you on the next video.